Welcome, student. Uh, Let us continue with these lessons. That is the oceanic crust. Oceanic crust. Uh, this is the second layer of the crust, and it is made up of silica and magnesium. It was earlier called as a sima. Uh, this layer is approximately 7 to 10 kilometer thick. The density of this layer is about 2.9 grams per centimeter cube to 3.3 gram centimeter cube. In this layer, basalt, gabbro rocks are mainly found. Okay, so there oceanic crust is characterized by the magnesium and silica. The next point there is given one table of silica. It's the density at the lowering density, that the silicon has a high density aluminum, silicon, magnesium, nickel, ferrous, etc. Okay, there is and the next in the next table there is a discontinuity between the continental crust and oceanic crust. It is the first deduced by the scientist called Conrad and is named after his Conrad discontinuity. So this discontinuity between the crust and oceanic crust are named as Conrad discontinuity. There is a discontinuity between the crust and mantle too. This discontinuity was deduced by the scientist called the Mohorovičić. It has been named after him as a Moho discontinuity. So these discontinuity of continental crust are named on the name of this scientist. There is a discontinuity between mantle and core too. It has been named after Gutenberg, a scientist who discovered it. Mantle. The continental crust. Here is the continental crust. Okay. Continental crust. The continents are mainly composed of silica and aluminum, that we learned in a previous lecture. Now we are going further to this new point, that is the mantle. The mantle. Below the crust lies the mantle. Mantle can be divided into two layers: upper mantle, lower mantle. Okay. Here one finds the magma chambers. It is through these chambers magma comes out of the earth's surface during volcanic eruption. This layer is also known as a asthenosphere. Epicenter of the deep-seated earthquakes are usually found here. Mantle begins at a depth of around 42 kilometers from the Earth's surface. So it is nearest mantle. So let us continue with this mantle. Below the crust, it is a mantle. Can be divided into two layers: upper mantle, lower mantle. The upper mantle is a mantle is a more liquid states here. One find magma chambers. It is through these chambers the magma comes out on the earth's surface during the volcanic eruption. This layer is known. This layer is known as asthenosphere. So, student underline or highlight this sentence. Okay, this layer is which layer? Mantle. Okay, upper layer. This layer is known as asthenosphere. Epicenter of the deep-seated earthquakes are usually found here. Mantle begins at a depth of around 42 kilometers from the Earth's surface. The internal energy releases due to endogenic movement occurring. Endogenic movement means the inner side, the magma lava is moving here and there. Okay, endogenic movements occurring in these layers are responsible for the mountain building, rift, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, etc. In this layer, it is inferred that there is a temperature at the depth of 2400 to 2900 kilometer depth would be around 2000 degree Celsius and 2500 degree Celsius. Here there is a sudden change in the structure, the density of material. It is estimated that the layer extends up to the depth of 2870 kilometers. So it's widening up to 2870 kilometer into deep. Okay, so it is a huge length. Average density of this layer is 4.5 gram per centimeter cube, and the increase in the depth, increasing pressure is the reason behind it. The density is lower. Mantle is 5.7 grams per centimeter cube. So this mantle has three outmost points when we said about the mantle. First, it is divided into upper and lower mantle. Second, here finds the magma chambers. Magma chambers and liquid state of magma, and the earth's surface. The volcanic eruptions are happened from these portions of the earth, and it is this layer also known as a asthenosphere, means and the epicenter of the deep-seated earthquakes are usually found here. Mantle begins at the depth of 42 kilometers from the earth's surface. Okay, outer core, which is now core. The core starts from around the depth of the 2900 kilometer. This crust from the earth's surface. The part of this earth's interior extending from the mantle up to the center of the earth is the core thickness. 2009 kilometers from the Earth's surface. Earth's surface, and the part of this Earth's interior extending from the mantle up to the center of the Earth is the core. The thickness of the core is about the 3471 kilometer. This layer can be divided into outer core and the inner core. Outer core, the next is outer core. The outer core extends up to the round of 2009 kilometers to 5100 kilometers. The secondary wave cannot pass through the core, they get absorbed in this region. This has led to the scientists who believe that the core could not be liquid and the semi-liquid in nature. The primary wave traveled through this layer, but their speed reduces when the passing through this layer. The density of outer core is 9.8 gram per centimeter cube, while the temperature of the liquid outer core is around 5000 degrees Celsius. We have learned that the outer core of the Earth's interior is in the liquid state, and the proportion of the Earth's interior and the iron is the more in this layer. Vertical current originate in this liquid layer. This is another character of this area. The difference in the temperature of the outer and inner core give rise to the vertical current. The Earth's rotation gives them eddy motion, circular motion. Electric current develops. Here is the picture of the Earth's magnetosphere. So magnetic field that whole world Earth possesses are shown here in this picture, and their directions. From the north it's come to the Earth, and from the south it's go outside of the Earth and again enter into the atmosphere of the Earth and come to the North Pole. Here, the things that you must keep in your mind and memorize it. This is the crust at one place. Observe the velocity curves of the given seismic waves. Give curve in a figure A shows the velocity of the secondary waves, while the curve on the right shows there are many changes occurring in the curves of the secondary wave. The curve drawn with the help of the dot shows the average velocity of the waves. The curve of the secondary waves seems to have ended around the depth of 2900 kilometers. Changes are visible even in the curves of the primary waves. The velocity of the primary waves primary waves increases according to the depth till 2900 kilometers. The velocity of the secondary waves is around 6 to 8 kilometers around the boundaries of the outer core, and the curve has a stop there. These waves do not enter the core 2009 kilometers. The velocity is around 12 kilometers per second, but when it enters the core, the velocity reduces to the 8 kilometers per second. See these as shown in the dot curve. Here is the dot curve through which the velocity shown of the core. Observe this figure minutely. Find the discontinuous values. Okay. Here is the waves. In the red, it is gravitational intensity, and in the green we have density. Okay, the gravitational, as a gravitational finds the depth in a meter, that is 1000 meter, 2000 meter. Then the density of the gram and centimeter cube are shown in the red. It is down to the 0, from 12 to 0. When this density reaches the density, as the density increases, the gravitational intensity reduces. Okay. So students, here we completed this lesson. Please do exercise and send me a photographs of this exercise. Okay. Thank you.